Here we go. Welcome back to another episode of Sinestro Core. It's your boy, Blacksby, aka Wagner Moore, Agenda Pusher. And I have with me Donald Glover's Titties and Maya Erskine, number one Stan. We are absolutely fired up to discuss Argot. Just kidding. We aren't talking about that bullshit. We're talking about Netflix. We're talking about Netflix's Ask Gal. We're actually talking about is Netflix's upcoming live action Avatar: The Last Airbender, plus Amazon Prime's Mr. and Mrs. Smith streaming right now. So without further ado, let's get into it. Like we said, we were originally going to discuss Argyle, but the streets is telling me that it's absolute ass. If y'all think I'm wrong, sue me. I don't give a shit. That movie looks like suspect. It looks suspect to me. I don't know.
You know the story behind that movie? Matthew Vaughn commissioned someone to write a book set in that universe that this movie is then based upon. So, for example, he commissioned somebody to write a book, which is the first book in the series, right? Which exists in the universe of the movie, right? And this movie takes place when the author, Bryce Dallas Howard, is writing the fourth book in the series. And the first book exists.
That's the dumbest shit I've heard in my fucking life.
Is he acoustic?
He's acoustic.
All I got from that is Matthew Vaughn has too much fucking money and should write his own scripts.
They just be handing him a check. Nah, they just need
saying
to.
Henry Avill's. Streets are saying Henry Cavill's dog.
Henry
Cavill is dog shit.
Streets are saying Henry Cavill might be a pedophile, allegedly.
Oh wait, what?
That's Henry Cavill teenager.
If you want to disprove me.
Nah, yeah, they need to let. They don't need to let. Don't let Matthew Vaughn cook on certain movies.
Yeah.
He did.
Don't
cook
let him
with,
write. Don't let him write.
He cooked
Here's
with.
The thing about Matthew Vaughn, it's so that's what's so disappointing is that I really like Matthew Vaughn. Obviously, X-Men First Class,
best film,
amazing.
His
probably,
best film.
Probably my favorite X-Men movie. The first
it is
Kingsman,
my favorite X-Men movie.
Also amazing.
My favorite Kingsman movie.
That church scene, I think.
I was about to say that.
Changed my brain chemistry.
Did a lot for I think modern action movies.
Bro, the shots in there
is pretty sick too. I like Kick-Ass.
Oh, he did direct Kick-Ass.
Right. The comic's better, but he did his best and his best.
So Matthew Vaughn was not a bad filmmaker. In fact, he was in pretty good standing with all of us up until this point.
This movie just don't look good. Everything else that he's released, like I'm looking at his filmography right now. Bro's got a loaded freaking filmography. Look at this. He's got X-Men First Class.
Bangers.
He produced on Days of Future Past, which is also another peak X-Men movie. All the Kingsman movies. Then you have Argyle. Like it's like all this like hits. This is like his other movies are like he did Layer Cake, Stardust, and Kick-Ass. So all these movies
what a fall from grace.
Guy Ritchie directed Snatch, my bad.
Everything he's done from like X-Men First Class, literally from the beginning of from 2004 until 2017, is like Michael Jordan with the Chicago Bulls.
Wall, bro.
That's like Michael Jordan, Chicago Bulls. And once he did Argyle, that's like Michael Jordan with the fucking Wizards, bro.
Playing baseball.
Now he's
baseball, Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
Michael Vick. Yeah. All right, bro.
I don't know.
Argyle is Magic Johnson announcing he has AIDS.
No.
Elaborate on that.
Way past his prime. Motherfucker had to retire after that.
No.
You don't understand that reference?
No, I'm not a sports guy like y'all. I thought y'all knew this.
True. That's true. Okay. Anyways, Argyle dog shit.
We're saying Argyle We're saying Argyle looks like, some straight doo-doo, straight ass. Speaking of another thing that looks like straight ass, or sounds like straight ass, should I say, Avatar: The Last Airbender live action from Netflix. Let's start with the good, because the good is there's like this much good. The bad is like
Daniel Day Kim.
It's growing.
That's the only good thing about Avatar.
The guy who sicked the police on a black person?
That's part of the bad. That's part of the bad, bro.
I didn't know
Black History Month. We are
Happy Black History Month.
Educate yourself.
The good of Avatar that I've seen so far is that it looks better than M. Night's bullshit from 2008.
Bro,
it just
that's
looks
I've
better.
taken shits that look better than M. Night Shyamalan's movie, bro.
That's the only good thing I can come up with. I mean, the kid who plays Aang looks like Aang, and I'm hoping he embodies Aang in his performance.
Hire a bald Asian kid, and they're like, "Yep, that's it."
That kid's got a funny face. I don't fuck with him.
The more that I keep hearing about this show, I'm like, it's not looking good. It's not looking too good, bro.
Look, we don't have the like Avatar fans on here. Like Graham and AZ are really big Avatar fans because they fucking like cartoons like a bunch of fucking children. But and I know it's very beloved. I'm joking. I know it's very beloved. I know it's great. And I know they speak very highly of it, and they're familiar with the lore and stuff. So we don't really have them to kind of like expand on that and really tell us like what they're looking forward to, what they're not looking forward to. As a casual fan of Avatar who watched it on Nickelodeon when it would air after school and stuff and on weekends, I don't think a live action adaptation of anything that's animated is ever a good idea. I think it's always bad. I think it always loses its sense of magic and wonder, and I think it just doesn't translate well to live action. So I'm kind of apprehensive about this. Hearing all the behind the scenes stuff makes me very apprehensive. I know they've taken kind of elements that are very important to certain
where
characters.
They say they're butchering everything. Yeah.
They're saying that they're taking certain elements from certain characters that are important and trying to adapt them and modernize them in a way, but kind of losing.
The problem is? It's the woke mob.
The woke mob. Yeah.
They're ruining Avatar.
They're too woke. No, like for example, like the whole Sokka subplot. They're saying
also,
that.
Can I stop?
No,
they're
taking away. They're taking away.
A white man. Let's start with that. Sokka's a fucking white guy in this for some reason.
Who lied?
I don't like it
about being an indigenous and got
bro
cast.
Is doing indigenous cosplay.
Yeah, doing indigenous face.
You mean brown face? Yeah,
exactly. But for example, like the whole Sokka thing, like he's supposed to be like super sexist and misogynistic at the beginning of the show, but that's the point: is that he later figures out
he's real,
and discovers that your sex does not dictate your abilities,
your competency.
Exactly. So, kind of, removing something that again,
denying his ability to grow as a character.
Yeah, or just inherently changing like who he is as a character, right? Like that's something that's very important to who he is, and they're getting rid of it completely. So now they're going to have to make him grow in other aspects. And what aspects are those? Probably something not as interesting as kind of Sokka maturing and realizing that there are women in his life and in this world
teach him things
who he can learn from, who he can rely on, who he can depend on, who can help him and carry him and support him. And I think that's a very important thing for kids to see. But I mean, again,
I'm honestly disappointed about that. I'm really disappointed about that because watching from the beginning of book 1 in Avatar to seeing his growth across 3 books once they reach the Fire Nation, bro, like this is gross character assassination in a way that we should not be seeing. That's the whole thing we talked about before.
Not gonna be blind. I'm calling it now.
Oh, Toph?
Toph isn't going to be blind. Toph.
You say Toph?
You think so?
They're not going to be blind.
They're going to say it's ableist.
It's ableism. To have
bro, see, the woke agenda as they've come. They got
we gotta clip that, post it on social so that conservative grifters can come like our podcast. We just say woke mob, the woke agenda.
The woke mob.
And then what was the other thing that fans were complaining about?
They said that Aang is not going to go on those side quests, bro. That's part of the whole reason why
they can't afford to be as expansive as the animated show.
Then don't translate something from animation to live action.
Ding 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 ding.
If you're not going to be able to do it, then calm the fuck down and stay home and make bullshit.
Katara apparently isn't going to be. I don't even know how they phrased it, but basically people were going to be like, so is she not Sokka's basically like mother figure in this? Like what's going on?
Oh, weren't they saying that they didn't want her to like mother Sokka, or like that relationship was weird?
That they changed
There we go.
Yeah, that they changed it because she was more than that or something.
That's the point though, because their parents got brutally murdered by the Fire Nation. Like this is part of the character dynamic.
How bad? How bad is brutally murdered,
bro?
Like
you think a human barbecue,
burned, bro? Like what do you mean?
They got
human barbecue.
Like they got burnt the fuck up, bro. It was bad.
And look. But look, we've talked about adaptation before and the power of good adaptation. So look, let's not get out of ourselves before, without coming off like hypocrites. Like The Last of Us, for example, the show, we talked about how we liked and enjoyed those adaptive choices for the most part, and how different they were from the game and how they veered storytelling wise. And we thought that it was handled very well and very beautifully.
Why can't Bill be gay and an asshole? That's what I don't understand.
There you go, exactly. But so who knows? Maybe these adaptations do work, and maybe these decisions do translate well for a more modern audience. Who knows and who's to say? We're only basing this off of like what fans of the original property are kind of saying, right? And a lot of them aren't really happy about it. But maybe, to play devil's advocate, maybe that's part of the point, is that these people have to, like we said about The Last of Us, the original source material is still there. It's there. You can always go back to watch it. Sorry. And before we forget, it is important to note, because I know Graham will be like, "Oh, you guys didn't mention this." The original creators of the show, the animated show, left the live action adaptation. So that is very important to note as well, that the main drivers of this story and of these characters and of this universe dipped, and they're still continuing their own story and kind of in the animated world. I think 2025 there's going to be a new Avatar, and there's like a new
the Avatar movie, another Avatar movie, I think, and then they're going to do a following up whatever Aang and the gang was doing once they grew up, and
they're going to do an adult Aang.
I love this. The gang. It's good. It's gonna be lit. So hopefully we can. Now we could all be wrong. I don't think we're wrong, because we never miss. We could be wrong, and the show is actually good, but we've been right like 110% of the time. Just like I said,
about everything.
Green Book never miss. This podcast never miss. So if you think we're wrong, you just don't be surprised if you find your name up in here, bro. So overall, we're not too confident in how Avatar's looking. Let's talk about another show where I wasn't too confident, and these people blew it out of the water for me. The people have spoken, and what we're talking about is Mr. and Mrs. Smith. No Brad, no Angelina. We're talking about Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the TV show. Let's go. Okay. First off, Donald Glover. DeAndre Glover.
Saying, I have not finished the show. I'm still halfway through episode 5. Both Gerardo and Matt have seen the show, right, all the way through completion, correct?
I was locked in.
Okay.
I was so locked in. Donald McKinley Glover Jr.
Before you start talking about Donald Glover and what you liked about it, I think it's important to note that I was not excited for this show at all. I saw the trailer. Well, first it was announced way back when Phoebe Bridgers, not Phoebe Bridgers, not the musician, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, sorry. Oh. Phoebe Waller-Bridge was attached to star. She's on the mind because the Grammys were this weekend. Phoebe Waller-Bridge was attached to star alongside Donald Glover.
Victoria Monet.
Yeah, and people were very excited about that because of Fleabag and what a great writer, she is, an actress, and she had to drop for whatever reason. And in came Maya, Fabio's wife, Maya Erskine. And so I saw the trailer. I was like, I don't know, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, like IP franchise, kind of expanding on that is kind of dumb. Think of something original. Trailer dropped, and I was like, I don't know. And I was pleasantly surprised.
I purposefully avoided the trailer, honestly, because I was not planning on watching it.
Really?
Y'all said, hey, we're doing it for the episode. I said, okay, I guess I got to fucking watch it. But it was pleasantly surprised.
I like shows like this because, like, bro,
how?
You go in,
good.
You don't have you automatically don't have like a high bar set, and then that way the bar that you set for this show doesn't get missed or whatever. I went into this show, like you said, I didn't watch the trailer either. I saw a couple clips that people posted online. I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch this. I watched it. and I was locked in, like I was in that hole, dialed in. First episode, you know, every show does this. They do the establishment, and you get to know what's going on, the characters. Yeah, the pilot. They started off like way up here, brought it back down to do the foundation, and they kept building and building from there. And throughout the whole series, it's just great storytelling. Everyone in this show has acted their ass off. There are a couple great cameos. Actually, there's a lot of great. There's at least one cameo.
That Amazon money is going crazy, bro. The names in this.
Bezos.
That's what I was
also, another thing that I noticed with that Amazon money that The Boys isn't getting. They filmed in fucking New York. That was New York.
They're filming on location.
That was in location. I think it really fucking helped.
That's a great point that you brought up.
Fucking Toronto, bitch ass city.
That's a great point that you brought up, because that's the point that I was going to make, was that I feel like, and this is the ultimate career goal for me, is to get free reign and a blank check like Donald Glover did, and just take my friends on vacation to beautiful locations and be like, we're filming a show. We're making a movie. This motherfucker went to Italy. He went to the French Alps, I think, or the Swiss Alps, or wherever they were at, for the snow. He did
what Adam Sandler used to do, but he made it good.
Exactly. So it's like, and you're right. And what something that I was going to say about the filmmaking, and I mentioned it in the group chat. I said this show looks very good. I don't know if it's shot on film or if it's a filter that makes it look like it's shot
Probably
on film.
A filter. It's usually a filter.
I know, but it looks very good, and it has a very nice, pleasing visual aesthetic that I think really separates it from most other Amazon shows. Like, for example, that one show with Priyanka Chopra and the guy from Game of Thrones.
Oh no, you talking about Citadel?
Citadel,
with my Welsh king.
Exactly.
What's his name?
My boy Icarus.
Richard Madden.
Icarus,
is he Welsh?
Richard Madden.
Is he even Welsh? He's some type of
He's
European.
British. I think he's British.
No, he's got an accent, bro. He's got to be Welsh.
But anyway,
my fault. He's Scottish. Disrespected man.
Disrespectful.
I'm sorry.
My apologies.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Sorry, bro.
No accent.
King Peck, baby.
Ooh, we didn't even touch on that.
During Black History Month,
second child, bro.
Black History Month, baby. But anyways,
Green Book,
like Citadel, for example, looks very bland and boring and just kind of paint by numbers. But again, you look, Donald Glover, say what you will, say what you want. He's a fantastic writer. Him and his brother can write the shit out of a show. Hiro Murai, who I think directed the first 2 episodes of the show, is always going to give you a nice basis for like how your show should look and feel moving forward. And because he's such a talented filmmaker, he's such a phenomenal director. So I think that and the fact that they got money to film on location, and the fact that Donald Glover and Stephen Glover are competent writers, and that Hiro Murai is a competent filmmaker, and I think the adaptive choices that they decided to make with this show, and taking it in different directions, and not basing it on the movie, except for really loosely basing it on the premise and the title, I think were great creative choices. Sorry, I didn't mean to ramble like that, but
no, you're good.
I didn't even watch the OG
speaking
movie. Like, I haven't watched it since I was a baby.
Speaking of the OG movie, there's really not much that translates across from, besides the basics. You know, it's a spy, some secret clandestine spy organization or contract killer organization, or whatever you want to call it. These hired guns go out and complete missions, and they're paired up and blah blah blah. They're both killers. That's all. That's like the general stuff. And then everything past that, Donald Glover, golden hand, golden finger, touched that shit and made it more gooder, bro. Made it more gooder. Like, bro.
When the movie,
they don't know.
Oh my god,
they don't know that they're spies.
But the knowers who know. But the knowers who know.
Something I was going to say I'm going to say some things that I think kind of bothered me about the show. 5 episodes in, I haven't finished it, but I think are kind of indicative of like what keeps the show from being like great and phenomenal.
Negative.
Just giving a nuanced take is all, you know.
I think
saying it's a bang is pretty nuanced.
What I was going to say is, I think the action in the show is incredibly lackluster. Like,
yes.
It's very obvious and very apparent. And look, and I don't know if they focus so much on the human aspects of these characters and the interpersonal relationships and kind of their dynamics with each other and with the supporting cast. I think that was a purposeful choice, and I think because of that, the action suffers, and that's okay. That's fine. The writing is so good and the filmmaking is so good, it doesn't affect it really in a negative way. But if you have a show that's about, like kind of these two people, one who failed to get into the CIA, the other one who's a dishonorably discharged ex-Marine or whatever, and the action is bad, you can't. It does kind of take you out of it for a little bit, right? Like seeing Donald Glover just kind of flail his way around, what are supposed to be action set pieces, like doesn't. And this is no disrespect to him. I love him. I love Donald. I think he's a phenomenal actor. But it just, I don't think that's his strong suit. And maybe that's why they decided to stay away from it. Maybe they're like, we don't need to focus on it. The story and these human connections and these human interpersonal relationships are what matters more. Whatever the reason may be, action is lackluster. I think if they could have, put a little bit more juice into that, this show would be 10 times better.
I think the episode that really shows that the most is the one you're on right now. It's the Ron Perlman episode. It's just go to one location, somehow don't get shot, shoot at the fucking roof, whatever. They move to another location, and it's not very creative. But I feel like
Baby's first action movie.
Yeah.
You're right. It is a lot of.
For sure.
It's a lot of us running through these streets. 30 people or 5 people are shooting at us. They all miss. We get to the end of the street. We shoot them. 2 of them die. We keep running. More people show up from in front of us. They're all shooting at us. All miss. We hide behind a car. We shoot them. We kill them. We keep running. It's like it's very. It's not engaging. It's not fun. It's not dynamic.
And it's also like I know everyone says suspend your disbelief, but like, bro, come on. These are these are trained assassins. These are contract killers. These are the best of the best in what they do. How do you miss fucking 30 shots, bro? How do you miss all those shots? How you have a Mac 10, bro, and and you still miss? Like he's right in front of you. You have the high ground. It's not hard. Just from my experience with firearms and tactics and shit like that, and just being him in general.
And running the street on these ops and whatnot,
the knowers who know, bro. But that's just me. That's just digging that's going a little bit too deep into it. But overall, I mean, like you guys said, the action did feel lackluster for most of the series. Like I said, that first episode they started up here, and then they dropped down and did the whole exposition thing, and they kind of built back up to the real action. Like the Alps episode. It was good for what was going on, but I was expecting I wasn't expecting like a John Wick where he was fighting through the damn house in John Wick 4. I wasn't expecting that, but still. And towards the end though, like you said, after the Ron Perlman episode, it goes like this action wise. The last episode, the finale, probably had the best fight scenes in the whole series. Again, it's also the finale, so they're like, throw in that Hail Mary, let that shit go.
We'll splurge all our money on this, yeah.
Yeah, they hired the budget went towards a fight coordinator for just one episode.
I was also going to say, I don't know if this gets cleared up towards the end of the show or in the finale or whatever, but I feel like the time jumps are very weird.
Untraceable. You can't
trace it. You're not clear. You don't know how much time has passed in between episodes.
Because you're not supposed to know. At least they're spies.
I know.
The knowers who know.
But here's the thing: it's like you don't know. Like from episode to episode, anywhere from 5 months to 3 years could have passed, and they know they know each other so much more. They're so much more comfortable with each other. They've been on missions you haven't even seen. They talk about. Yet these motherfucker can't fight a dude with hand-to-hand combat. So it's like it's like, are you guys gonna just kind of, if they would have honed in on that a little bit. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if they clear that up towards the end of this series. But that was just kind of
they don't really say how long they were together.
No.
One thing that show, towards the end, the last episode, there's details about what's it called? John and Jane. I almost called them Maya and Donald. John and Jane. There's details about their past prior to joining the company that kind of help. It kind of makes what's it called? It makes sense as to why they're not as crisp and clean in what they're doing, in their fighting, in their hand-to-hand combats, in their gun fights.
They're canonically lame bitches, but they're hot.
Yeah, you gotta put me in there. I mean, shit, you gotta put me in there. It would have been real simple, you know. That would have been zero fails.
Something that I was that you had mentioned and that we talked about and keep mentioning is that this cast, the supporting cast,
elite,
is fucking stacked.
Like,
who does it open? You said it yourself. It opens with Eiza Gonzalez and Alexander Skarsgård.
Let's be real there. Only one of them's like a really big guy.
I know Alex is carrying that scene.
But they're both names.
Yeah, exactly. They're both names. And spoiler alert, they get killed in like
30 seconds.
5 minutes, 30 seconds. You know?
Yeah, less than 5.
It's like, yeah, exactly. And so I don't know if that speaks. I don't know if that speaks on the creative team, or if Gerardo's been joking this whole time that Amazon money, you know, that Amazon check really be hitting.
No, that Amazon check is
but the fact that you
crazy.
could get Alexander Skarsgård, who his show just won every Emmy. You know, the show he was on, Succession, just won every Emmy imaginable. You know,
Succession.
He's in The Northman. He's kind of like a movie star. You know,
kind of like a movie star.
Yeah, would show because he's not an A-lister, I wouldn't say, but he could show up A-. Could show up to the set for 30, you know, for half a day, film his scenes, and then, you know, and leave. I think speaks a lot. I don't know. I don't know if it's to the quality of the project or just to the people working that they felt compelled to come and work on this project, even if it were just for one episode or a couple of scenes or whatever. And that goes. I've only seen 5 episodes, but every episode has kind of like a what the fuck, that's so and so, or what the fuck, what are they doing here? You know,
they had the Riddler, and I think it was the first episode too.
2 and 3, yeah.
Paul Dano, does he know my goat?
Does he know? They have Paul Dano, they have John Turturro, they have Wagner Moura, they have fucking Ron Perlman,
Tyler Posey,
not Tyler Posey.
It's Tyler Posey, ain't it?
No, her name is Parker Posey.
Oh, Parker. Oh, Parker.
You said Tyler Posey.
Tyler Posey's the guy from Teen Wolf. Yeah.
Beautiful people just tend to.
Beautiful people just meld together. Yeah, Parker Posey, exactly. And then you guys got to part where Michaela Cole is in it as well. You know?
I didn't know her, honestly. I just remembered her as that girl from Black Panther.
I remember her as from Black Mirror and from Chewing Gum and of course Black Panther. But
Chewing Gum,
she cooked, bro.
Her play Bubblegum.
Black Mirror?
Yeah, her play Bubblegum Dreams.
She was in there with
amazing. Everyone should read it.
She was on the episode with evil Matt Damon, the Star Trek episode.
Evil Matt Damon. Jesse Plemons. You calling Jesse Plemons evil Matt Damon pisses me off because.
Maybe Matt Damon is more respect. Maybe
Matt Damon is Mark Wahlberg.
No, they don't look the same. We say evil because they look the same.
Jesse doesn't look like Matt Damon.
He looked like Matt Damon, but he just cooked a little bit longer or less.
A little fatter.
No, that's not.
He's skinny now. He's skinny now.
It's not about body types. So we stop trying to make this political.
Of course not. No, but just to I digress. But just to go back to what we were saying is that it's just so interesting how like Wagner Moura was in that shit for. I don't know if he shows up later, but as far as I've seen, he's in it for one episode.
I know.
Shut up, bitch. Okay, well, thanks for spoiling it. Now I know he tries to kill them, bitch. Thanks a lot.
So now we're doing a spoiler review.
No, stop. Don't
ruin it. Say how it ends.
No, I haven't seen it. But it's like, you know, Wagner Moura and Parker Posey show up for one episode, as far as I've gotten, and fucking are chewing the motherfucking scenery, bro. Ron Perlman is, I swear to you, doing some of the best acting I have seen him do, and I love Ron Perlman, you know?
Yeah.
He's the best part of Pacific Rim,
acting
too.
Outside of Hellboy, okay? Watch your mouth.
Yeah, outside of Hellboy, of course. But he's legit acting his ass off, dude. And it's just like
Rim.
Paul Dano's in that episode. He gets better.
I know. Paul Dano's in 20 seconds of that shit. You know?
Dano's phoning it in. I'm sorry.
I thought he was good, bro. But
he waited for the Batman 2 for the Batman bag to come back.
He did this so he can make The Fabelmans and not get nominated for an Oscar.
That's crazy.
Oh, real quick, off topic tangent. Speaking of DC and Batman and just DC in general, we mentioned Alexander Skarsgård. That is the correct pick. That's the correct pick for Lex Luthor. He's 6'4". He can pull off menacing. That man is jacked. Let me have this because I do not believe in. I love Nicholas Hoult.
Not everyone at the Sinestro Corps stands on that. That was a wild.
You want Nicholas Hoult? You want Nicholas Hoult?
No. Actually, I might write Alexander better than Nicholas, to be honest. Yeah.
Thank
you.
They're
both bad.
Someone bald. They're both bad
Jason Statham. He's gonna be like, he's gonna be like, I'm Lex Luthor, and he's gonna kick Superman. His legs gonna shatter.
He's gonna be like, I thought I told you, Spider. I fucking told you, Superman.
I told you,
These are my streets. These are my streets, Superman.
You know one thing about us humans, Kal-El, we never fucking quit.
Drops a fucking nuke on Metropolis. No, Mark Strong was right there, bro, and the fact that it never happened was ridiculous.
They wasted him in dog shit, fucking DCEU bullshit, and I will never forgive Zack Snyder for that. That whole shit is his fault. I know he didn't direct that. It's still his fault. Fuck you, Zack Snyder. Come see me and answer for your crimes, bitch. That's why you are going in the Green Book next. Done.
Okay. I have
my
two.
Fault.
I have one choice
back
for,
to Mr. Mrs.
Hold on, he's got one pick for.
I got a pick.
Lex Luthor.
You remember? You were a Glee head. You remember Kurt's dad?
Oh. Yo.
Wait, is he dead?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh god,
that motherfucker would cook, bro. Make Lex homophobic.
You talking about Bert, the guy who played Bert Hummel? What's his name?
Bert Hummel. Yeah.
Who was he? Mike O'Malley. Yes.
Mike O'Malley. Yeah, Mike O'Malley, bro.
He's good, bro.
We need someone bald and Italian. Who's bald and Italian in Hollywood?
Him.
Who's on Reacher? Hold on.
Bald and Italian.
Anyway, what are you saying? Matt, back to Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Leonardo Bonucci. He's not an actor. He's a soccer player. He bald, kind of.
Oh, Leonardo Bonucci. Yeah, I know Leonardo Bonucci.
I just typed in Italian soccer player. Anyway. Speaking of Italy and Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I did like that Toby episode. It was really funny watching the dynamic between Donald Glover, Maya Erskine, and of course Ron Perlman, our GOAT. It was very funny. They did do a good job of sprinkling comedy within what's supposed to be like a spy.
No, bro, they didn't sprinkle that shit in, dog. It is.
They ladled it in.
It is chock full. Yeah, it is chock full of jokes and comedic moments. But it works. I think that's so good about it. At first, I was like, oh, come on, bro. This is like really, like legitimately funny. But that's just what Donald and Steven do. And I think that, and Atlanta proved this.
Exactly.
And,
I was about to say Atlanta.
Talk about Atlanta.
I think, they're just so good at balancing kind of like absurdism and surrealism with like reality that just making a spy thriller based in the real world and just sprinkling jokes in was like easy. It was like they're like, this is easy. We could do this in our fucking sleep. The Hitler joke in episode 5 that Ron Perlman delivers, I thought was legitimately hilarious. It was really funny, and it was like, and they found a way to. Donald and Steven are such good writers, and all the writers they didn't write. They weren't the only two that write everything. Different people wrote every episode. I understand that, but and the writers on the show were so good at blending and mending those two tones, which is oftentimes really hard to do, that everything else was easy peasy from that point on. Because if you've got a good script, then that's your basis for everything.
Real. No, I'm trying to see what else they got going on in the show. Fucking nerd. I'm trying to see what else going on in this show.
Didn't mean to bore you, bro. My bad.
Sorry, what were we talking about? No,
the pod when you rant.
I know. No, I was gonna say Maya and Donald's chemistry is insane.
I don't think y'all understand, and I'm gonna get canceled for this someday. But the money I would pay to watch that tape.
I agree, bro. Oh, god damn. It's so good, dude. They're so
palpable.
And I know motherfucker Donald did it again. He said, not only am I going on vacation with my friends and having a good time, he said, I'm casting a hot Asian woman as my co-lead. He said, when I'm a known Asian woman fetishizer.
And I'm a known Asian woman agenda. That's what he's on. That's all he talks about.
Allegedly.
That's what he's on, bro. Nah, sue me, Donald.
Is he married? I don't know.
I think he does have kids, yeah.
I hope he had
Are they biracial?
Mr. and Mrs. Smith affair like Brad Pitt.
Oh God, I know. Hollywood actors don't do affairs like they used to, bro. Everyone's too pussy now, bro. Maybe, but I just think that's something very important to point out. I think when you have two leads who are, attractiveness doesn't mean anything, but who are beautiful and talented and funny and have great chemistry.
Him and his girl. Sorry to interrupt.
No,
his wife got married right before filming started. She knew. She
said, "I gotta wrap this shit up before he."
According to the Hollywood Reporter, the 40-year-old actor revealed that he and his wife managed to squeeze in their nuptials one morning before he started his day's work on the set of his new Prime Video series.
Holy shit! Smith.
She fucking knew.
His wife said, "Hell no, you ain't taking."
That's crazy. I bet he still cheated.
I bet he did, bro. I bet he fucking did. Wasn't he a weeaboo? Doesn't he like anime and shit?
Yeah, I'd cheat.
On his wife?
You say he's a weeaboo.
Anyway, whether
man, I can't blame him.
So I get it.
I get it. That's so funny. His wife's hot. Yeah. What are you talking about?
I put her next to Maya Erskine.
She's not white. She's Hispanic. She's Asian.
Let's not guess. Why are we doing this? People's races.
Yeah, why are we Googling this? This is the conversation.
Because we're weird.
Anyways, yeah. Great show. Really good. Great chemistry. Show. Everyone's super hot, super talented.
Him saying, I want to put... Never mind. That's a spoiler for you.
Don't. I feel like I know where that's going. Don't say it. Based on the title of episode 5, I don't say it. Mother.
I don't remember the title. They had titles.
Do you want kids or something like that? Is the name of the title? Yeah, exactly. Shut up. Don't say nothing.
Matt, should I say the line?
No, great show. Something that I was going to mention.
It's a Black History Month.
Not that line. I didn't say that line.
I was gonna say something that I think ties into like kind of nerd culture as a whole. I was kind of upset that Justin Simien wasn't making the Lando TV show anymore. But I don't know. Let fucking Donald Glover make the Lando movie. I know he said he still is and he's excited about it.
He's got this Community movie first.
This kind of sold me, bro. I'm here for it. Fuck that show. It's fucking boring. And they gave us fucking...
watched it. Shut the fuck up.
Bitch. And it gave us Joe and Anthony Russo, who are the biggest fucking overrated fucking...
Endgame is still a banger. Endgame is still a banger.
Anyone could have directed Endgame. Look at everything they did afterwards.
No, you're talking about Endgame. Their best movie is Winter Soldier. Don't talk about no Gray Man or no fucking whatever that shit is.
I don't care.
21 Bridges. They produced that, I think. But,
still Heat.
What was that? Cherry.
Let's not talk about that. Is that the one? Is that the one where they were tossing Tom Holland around like a little rag doll?
Like a little twink? No, that's called the Crowded Room. And I think he has multiple. He has multiple personalities in that show, I think.
There's rooms were definitely crowded in there. Yeah, he was definitely getting his room crowded.
Shit's still ass.
Definitely getting his room crowded up. It's wild.
Matt, stop.
No more room in him.
Oh, you want to hear? What other movie? You want to hear what else they produced? What a show the Russo brothers produced? Citadel.
Oh yeah, they did.
Citadel. Crazy how everything is interconnected, bro. The Russo brothers
Shit it
are
down.
the pinnacle. Yeah, shit it down.
Shit it down.
Oh god. What is it? Wait, what?
I can't.
It was
I
that
see it.
image from that show from the Crowder Room.
Him getting back shots.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Only getting turned out. Good for him.
What's y'all's
That's crazy.
what's y'all's
It'd
rating?
only be good for him if it was in something good, bro. That's a waste of it.
rating?
What's y'all's rating for Mr. and Mrs.
Oh
Smith?
fuck!
I only got halfway through. So, based on the 5 episodes I've seen, I'll give it like a 7 out of 10.
Valid. Gerardo, what's your rating?
I think a show about spies has to have better action. I'm sorry, and I'm dying on that.
That's fair.
Agreed. That's fair.
The only reason mine is a little lower than what it would be if it had better action is that I think I'm gonna give it an 8, maybe 8.5.
Wow.
And no, it's high for me just because TV recently has been dog shit. You know how I feel about Percy Jackson. She was Marvel has disappointed me. Fucking Disney in general has disappointed me.
You?
Marvel show.
Oh yeah.
And except for Echo, that was heat.
Yeah,
bro. Slight tangent again. Guess who produced fucking Extraction and Extraction 2?
I bet you're gonna tell us.
The
Russo brothers, bro. These niggas is doo-doo. They're batting 0 for 100 after this fucking Avengers shit. Bro.
These what doo-doo?
He can say it.
These
I know, it's just funny.
Individuals.
It's just funny when he does it, bro. He gets so passionate about it.
Because it's garbage. I'm looking at every movie past fucking 21. I'm gonna give him 21 Bridges because I love Chadwick Boseman. Everything after that, I'm like, what is this? What is this?
That's a movie that gave him cancer.
This? Oh no.
Black History Month, this man said that shit. Good Lord.
He's gonna get canceled.
Can cancel the uncancelable.
You are definitely cancelable. I'ma cancel you.
Literally, my car canceled me. My car canceled on me. Anyways, what would you give the show, Matt? I give it a 7, and I don't give it an 8.
I'm up there with Gerardo. I give it an 8, 8.5-ish. I'm leaning between 8, 8.5. Like you said, the storyline is fantastic. Storyline's great. I loved it. The action is where it's bringing me down a little bit more. The high part was funny and shit too. So shit was hilarious. But the lack of action, like you said, it's a spy show. This is supposed to be. If you've seen the movie, they got plenty of action in there. That shit crazy. Angelina Jolie up there busting shots, bro.
Calling Brad Pitt a pussy.
Exactly. So come to death. Yeah, bro. Sign me up. Then we need more action like that. Where was that? It was not present until towards the end. So hopefully they go to a season 2. I don't even know if it's been renewed yet or what. It seems like, given the fan reaction, they can definitely renew it. So hopefully,
if Donald Glover comes back,
future.
All I ask is that he get ripped. That's it. That's it, bro.
I'm gonna put him on the training. I'm gonna put him on the training program, boy.
That's not what I'm saying. He looks good, but come on, bro. I need you to be ripped. You're playing an ex-Marine spy, bro. Come on, dude. You need to be jacked. I'm sorry. That's the way this shit works. But he's so powerful. He was just like, I'm not doing that shit. He was like, this is what y'all getting. And he looks good. He looks great.
He looks great. If I had one complaint about his costuming, my girlfriend said this too. His sleeves are always short as fuck. Why?
And they really are. They're like this. No,
his legs are really long and his torso is short.
And body shaming. All right, let's get into it.
His legs are out like this, and that looks weird. But he's dripped out.
My girlfriend said he's dripped the fuck down. He just like me, bro. He fitted. He fitted. Just like I got that shit on. He just like, bro.
They call him Ranch because he be dressing.
Oh my god!
Mute him, Matt. Mute him.
Speaking privileges
It took a while
revolt
for him to get there, but yeah, mute him. Get him out of here.
Everything else that Luis has ever said, nothing. Ranch joke.
Luis, mute yourself.
him.
I'm trying to. I can't.
This fucking guy.
He actually did it.
He did. For our listeners, please start yelling. Please yell.
Oh God.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
What did I just say?
I didn't. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No, Matt, you were supposed to fucking
I
ignore
just
him.
play
God
along.
damn it.
Oh shit.
I didn't realize I muted myself.
This fucking guy.
I was
Oh
like, why
my
can't I
God.
fucking find it? That's
But
awesome.
yeah.
Great show. Great
So
show,
overall,
Great
of
show.
all the things we
Breath
talked
of
about
fresh
just
air.
now, mhm.
Better than Percy Shitson. Child actors die.
Which just got renewed for a second season.
Don't remind me of
Embarrassing,
that
bro.
shit.
Fucking embarrassing, dog.
So
Where's
we'll see
River
how,
Phoenix when you need him?
Don't
We'll
let them
see how
drop
that
this new Harry
goes.
Potter show on Warner Brothers, bro. On Max, because I'm about
You
that
to
show
think-
should be
you
animated.
think
I'm about to
Zaslav
cook.
likes money, bro? You think Zaslav likes making good decisions? That show not going nowhere, bro.
That show's happening and it needs to be animated.
Thank
Okay.
No, ew, bro, grow up, you fucking
Please.
baby bag bitch.
Please, it has to be.
No, give me Peeves. That's
No,
all I
yeah,
ask
give me
for.
Peeves and make it animated so I don't have to deal with fucking child actors no more.
Who do you think is gonna voice the kids?
Child
Dumbass.
actors don't overdose like they used to.
Ah, no.
Shout out River Phoenix. Fuck your brothers.
No.
Stop.
No.
Oh God.
Oh, you think all the River Phoenix stands are gonna get me? They don't even fucking use the internet. Those fucking 40-year-old women don't know how to use YouTube.
River Phoenix fans, yeah. Anyway,
Damn.
great show, Mr.
I just looked up what he was on. Bro was on that shit.
He was off
Oh,
that
exactly.
yak, boy.
He was off cocaine
zipped
and
up.
heroin.
He was so zicked up.
Or zepped up. He was zemped up.
That's crazy.
Oh,
23
is
years
killing
old.
Lainey Wilson. Get her off it.
He was off that yak, bro.
But yeah, you know, hopefully, like you said, hopefully the state of TV can improve. We've got season 2, part 2, season 2 of Invincible coming up later this year, I think in March. And there's some other shows that we're going to talk about. We'll get around to it when we get around to it. And of course, other movies and this is, you know, the usual run-of-the-mill stuff we
We're
discussed.
going to have an Oscars episode.
We will have an Oscars episode. We're still working on transitioning from our current recording platform to something new, something more gooder. We'll get around to that hopefully sometime this month, maybe next month for
You
sure.
got to tease the best episode of the year that's coming up, Matthew.
The Civil War episode.
Nah.
Which one?
Next week, baby.
Oh, you talking about the best episode of February?
No, the best episode of the year.
That Madame Web episode. We finna cook, boy. We finna to dismantle. Like, I'm already telling you right now, you don't even need to see
that fucking screening. I'm not paying for it.
I put Sony in this green book a long time ago. It's gonna make a Madame $1 billion. A Madame $1 billion.
You finally found it. Only took you like 3 tries, bro.
That's all I need. That's all I need.
Master Web.
Nah, bro. This movie's not good. Like, I don't even need to see the movie to tell you it does not.
But that's what
good.
next week's episode is. So, and I think that's going to be
that's the main event. Everyone tune in. Everyone needs to be be locked in, or else you gonna find out.
Locked in.
You gonna find out.
Study spiders in the Amazon with Matt's mom or something. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Me and my mom out of this.
No, he means like it was referencing the movie. He was referencing the movie.
Referencing the trailer no one fucking watched.
Doing Black History Month?
Oh my fucking God.
Got him. We got him.
I wish the fucking soundboard worked, bro. Ladies and gentlemen,
we got him.
Anyways,
that's all. That's all we got him, but that's all we got
I don't like
for
being
today.
the target.
We appreciate y'all for watching or listening to our channel, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in with the Sinestro Corp. Go ahead and follow us at Sinestro Corp. That's Sinestro with no S because. Oh wait, I said that wrong. Sinestro Corp with no S because the motherfucker still got the at. Elon not checking my emails, so whatever. Smash that MF like button and that subscribe button. Show so much you enjoyed this episode by leaving us a 5-star review, so we can get the funds to launch the Patreon, so we can really take this up to the next level. You know, we need to be locked in with the right people, the right production companies. We need sponsors. We need t-shirts. We need emblems.
We need a guest spot on Savi's World.
There you go. Yeah.
What you gotta do.
I need to be on the Pat McAfee show. I'll show him a real guest appearance, bro.
You just gotta be super anti-vax, bro. And
I'm gonna be on there with the what's that they gave Aaron Rodgers, the ayahuasca. I'm gonna be on there.
Ayahuasca.
Whatever that is, bro. I don't do drugs, so I don't know.
Ayahuasca.
I don't do drugs. I don't know none of that. But yeah, go ahead and leave us a 5-star review. Send our podcast and YouTube channel to all your friends and family and post it everywhere so that we can get this show out and about. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see y'all next time on Sinestro Corp.
Peace.
Webillion.